Thank you so much for staying tuned to this channel. If you just joined us, this is TMI. This morning on ITV, in the first discussion segment, we talked about the delay, the impact of delay in the formation of the State Executive Council. My analysts, they spoke their mind, they spoke the way they feel about it. We talked, about their point and, of course, their views and opinions about the implication of the delay. And they have the opinion that if there's any pressure, wanted pressure from any angle, the governor should cry out to let those states know what is really happening. So people come out in mass to say, leave our governor alone, let him do that which he ought to do for the people. That is if there is unwanted pressure, there are wanted pressures, okay? Right now, it's all about the security situation in the country, special focus on the attack on Governor Hope Uzodinma, the governor of IMO State. Yes, this man was the governor that went to meet President Muhammadu Buhari to talk about finding a lasting solution to the security situation bedeviling the country. It said if names were mentioned, certified, and of course ascertained that they have hands in some of all these attacks or sponsoring terrorist group, they should be named and shamed. I mean, Nigerians really welcome this idea. Yeah, that was a wonderful outing. But somewhere along the line, yesterday or thereabout, his country home was attacked. And it was alleged that 2 security personnel were killed, his house tossed, and some cars touched, vehicles destroyed, property destroyed, all because of his stand, so to speak, against insecurity, against insurgents. Don't forget also about the onslaught on IPOP commander. He was killed, and IPOP, according to papers, issued a threat saying that Hope Uzodinma has stirred the hornet, that he will not leave that lying down. So many things are really going on in the country when we talk about security. I still have my guests here in the studio, Barrister Emmanuel Obakbolo, Omo Osifo, and of course Stanley Osazed are going to share their thoughts and opinion about all this. I like starting from a legal perspective, so I'm going to come to you, Barrister Emmanuel Obakbolo. This onslaught in Imo State, what do you feel about it to the extent that a governor's house, his country home, was attacked? Alleged that 2 security personnel were taken off the board.
I will still go back to the Constitution of Nigeria, the Extant Constitution, Section 14 of it, subsection 2A, B, talk about the welfare of the people, that the government shall provide for the welfare of the people. And the welfare in this sense includes security. Now, if you look at the states, the situation of Nigeria today is really worrisome. And to my mind, I feel that our political leaders are not reasoning the way it ought to be. Let me take us back to memory lane. Mohammed Yusuf. What happened when he was killed? We saw a lot of trouble. And today, the Boko Haram insurgents or terrorists has become a bone on the throat of every Nigerian. And now, going to Imo State to kill the commander of ESN, for me, I don't see it to be reasonable. Instead, we want to stir another troubled water, just as it happened during the time of Mohammed Yusuf. Now, the governors our political leaders should devise means of settling matters. Just now, while we were talking, my co-panelists here talked about ADR. There is nothing as expensive as peace. Peace is the most expensive commodity. And when you handle it roughly, you handle it without care, and you lose that peace, it will be so difficult to get it. You have to pass through so many things to get it. So the governor of Imo State, to my mind, is really causing problem in Imo State. Before his emergence as the governor of Imo State, would they see this
causing problems or trying to find solution to the problems?
He is not looking for solution. And you are looking for a solution, you accuse ABC, you accuse XYZ, later on you turn around again and say no, it's not IPOP, it's the political leaders. Look, is he governing the state alone? He's not, for the fact that he is the governor, does not make him, he's not a sole administrator. Even sole administrators under the military regime don't act this way. What he needs to do is to look for political solutions to some of these problems. But the governor is not doing that, to my mind. running to Abuja to go and brief the president that this, and you begin. Do you know that the governor went to the extent of mentioning names? And if you mention name, then it shows that you have a proper investigation on your table. And now act on those proper investigation. I'm calling on the governor to act. The names he's mentioning, the politicians he's calling, he should act. The man cannot act because the man is not double sure of what he's telling Nigerians and Imolites. That is all the truth. Okay. So the governor should stop this approach. He should sit down and call some other persons and say, look, I want you people to give me idea. What do we do in this situation? Okay. And I think there will be solution to it.
All right, Emmanuel Osifo, Omo Osifo. Now, you heard him, he said the governor, from his comments, from his composure, is causing more, how will I put it now? Let me use the term confusion, so to speak, because he said he mentioned names which he cannot prove and he cannot act on it because they are not certain. Accusing political parties, accusing political leaders, accusing ESN and all that. Is that really the root of this trouble in Imo State?
We'll see. At times, I get worried when our politician makes some categorical statement. I don't understand. Where did Hope Uzodinma get such information from?
He's the number one man in the state, so he's privy to information. He's a governor.
We'll see. We understand when politicians speak in Nigeria. We understand when security agencies are speaking in Nigeria. So, like my stand, I want to appeal to the Imolites. They should take it easy. They shouldn't destroy their home by themselves. It will take a longer time to build those property they have destroyed. Before, if you look at our other countries, like Syria, Somalia, all those Arabian countries that are fighting war, look at they have destroyed everything. What my learned brother have said, he need a political solution in all of this. And the primary purpose of all this infighting in Nigeria, call it Boko Haram, call it X-Men, call it everything, is boiled down to corruption. Corruption is the root of all this. Because without no fighting corruption, there's no way we can get a headway. Because all this weapon and all this bomb they are using to blow up people's houses, they are bringing it from abroad. It's not locally manufactured. So from the seaport to the final destination, there's corruption in the system. So we will appeal to millions of Nigerians that is looking at us this morning. They should take it easy. Let's build a nation. It's often said, building a nation of your dream is a collective responsibility. And the security agency must do the needful. Cementing the relationship between the public and the Nigeria police, so that at the end of the day, they can be able to display information right to the doorstep of the Nigeria police. All those attitudes, you call Nigeria police, they will not come. You give the information, they will go back and tell them, this is the man that gave us information. We will remove all those from this.
Not all police don't.
Not all. I said some. Okay. I said some. Right. So what we are saying, we need to strengthen the relationship between the public and the security agency.
All right.
So the information can be flowing back and front.
Okay, I'll come back to you, almost. But now, from what a commissioner said while he was interviewing Imo State, he said the attack was politically motivated. Stan, is it politics?
First and foremost, on my part, I'm not a neocon, but I understand something in diplomacy. That one of the tenets of diplomacy is that war in itself is an instrument for peace. War is an instrument of peace. We have been saying, let's give peace a chance, let's build this nation. It is good. Because of that particular statement, that is why our governments continue to intimidate us as a people. Let's take an example in the United States of America. The government cannot mess up because what the policeman has, the citizens of the country have it. The difference is that there are levels of sophistication beyond the one average citizens of the United States have. The gun law is there. Now let's tell ourselves the simple truth. This country has spent over $58 billion in power. Till today, no light. Since 1999 to date, $58 billion, no power in the country. And sorry, I am not encouraging conflict, but let's be factual. The government in Imo State expects ordinary citizens to bear the brunt, like the way foolish Boko Haram is doing it, bombing markets. The first touch went to the house of the governor. You are talking to an enlightened people. The first touch went to the house of the governor. And every citizen is not aware that there is conflict in Imo State. Nobody is afraid in the market that they come and bomb them. I saw a picture, a video of the governor's Rolls Royce burnt down. If this message has been sent since 1998, Nigeria will be living in an aesthetically pleasing and functional environment.
Are you supporting chaos right now?
Excuse me, sir.
Stan, are you supporting chaos?
I want to speak my mind, except if you are still emphasizing the fact that we continue to build the peace on the basis of injustice that is prevailing in this country. As we speak today, when Okwoni moves with a stab knife and passes Oregbeni police station or state CID, I will be arrested. But if Abdullahi move with the same thing, they will say no, cool, he will go. Am I a second-class citizen? Now, the reason why you are having conflict in Imo State is this. It's not far-fetched. It is the IPOB issue and the federal government. As we speak today, wahala be like 10 million, second Niger bridge. It's not a finish. They have been building and building and building. If that bridge is in the north, as at night would have been completed. My dear brothers and sisters, let's be sincere. To me, nobody should expect that the conflict will degenerate in Imo State to an average citizens in the state. No. I want to state this clearly. Pikin wey say mama no go sleep, himself not supposed to sleep. Now, go to your National Assembly. As we speak today, Nigeria will have a database for cow, but no database for human beings.
All right, then
I'm coming now.
This is where I put
yes,
my foot down. Stand.
Okay, let me leave the area.
Please withdraw it.
Okay,
thank you.
Yes, okay, I want to withdraw it.
Right.
But you cannot tell me to withdraw what Punch newspaper reported. You cannot tell me to withdraw what the National Assembly deliberated on. Is it not on national television? What are you telling me to withdraw? I am not withdrawing anything. It is there. I was not the one who said it. The National Assembly deliberated on cow data. It is there. Or you want me to show you the video? I can give you a documented evidence to that effect. What will you say to withdraw what the public are privy to?
All right, Stan.
No, I want to round up with that.
Stand, hold on now. Stand, hold on, please. You know, we are talking about serious issues, and that's why I say please watch your emotions.
Thank you.
That data cow thing compared to human data, it doesn't really go down too well.
Okay.
So please,
let me rearrange it. Let me rearrange it. But that is not to say that there is no cow data in the National Assembly. I didn't say this. You didn't say this. The National Assembly said it themselves. Now, under a normal situation and in an egalitarian society, where the rule of law ought to be, are you aware that in Nigeria today, the price of picnic in Kano is different from the price of picnic in Edo? As we speak today, we are busy looking for street light, no lights in our houses. As we speak today, go to the southwest state and the northern part of Nigeria. Even if we agree that there is no power in this country, the power, their lights, the time frame to have electricity is different from what is happening in southeast and south-south.
All right, Stan. Thank you, Stan. I will come back to you. I will come back to you.
Because you are protecting the airwaves. That is the rule. So let me agree.
Hold on, Stan. Let's focus more on what is happening in Imo State because. Right now, he talked about disparities in the north and, of course, in the south and all that. Is all this playing out in Imo State?
Also, just only assisting them. That's why it's not bearing the
Stan, hold on now. The question is for Barrister Emmanuel Obakpolo. Is it a disparity?
Yes. The truth is that it is not far from what you just said just now. Because looking at Imo State as a case study, you discover that I saw something yesterday on one video yesterday where some persons, Imo State indigenes, are saying this this Supreme Court governor think say he go fit force us to do wetin we no do.
Gbọ́dọ̀.
You can imagine that. Now, the governor, with all due respect to him, if there is going to be peace in IMO, it's in his hands. If there is going to be war in IMO, it's in his hands. I want the governor to sit down and stop acting the way he's acting. He's a governor, for goodness sake. The governor is not a town crier. He's a governor. That's why, if you listen to what Okeze Ikpeazu, I think of Abia State, said yesterday, the man was now apologizing that please, we didn't know that what you meant is this, but now we have seen it. Please, see, the whole Eastern governors should apologize to their people. And I'm telling you, we'll see, if that is done now, you will see the peace in Imo State and in the East, Southeast. But where the governor feels, I am not the governor, I have the security votes, I have the security in check. You know, somebody said some days ago, and I quite agree with the person. He said, before now, the governors will tell us that they are not in charge of the security agencies in Nigeria. That they are not in charge. That is from the federal. This and this and this. They give all those excuses. He said, but the saga, the SARS protesters, the end-SARS protesters are taking to gate, show to us that the governors are also part and are in charge of the securities, where the governor ordered the military. So, and that is the situation here. The governor is making mistakes. I must be sincere to you. He's making political mistakes. Feeling that he is the governor, after all, the people didn't elect me. Feeling that he is the governor, after all, the people didn't vote for me. Feeling that he is the governor, after all, it was the court who brought me here. The people refused. And now I am going to use the state power to visit. I'll visit the state power on the people hardly. The governor is wrong.
But still, he's not talking about visiting the people hardly.
It's hard. See,
he had just issue with the former governor, not the people.
Listen, the truth is this. They said this common adage that says, where two elephants fight, where they suffer. Now the grass. It's affecting the people. It should stop the fight. It should think of political and diplomatic way of governing the state. That should be his interest. It should make a change. The governor should know that I know he has the dream of second term. He has the dream. That's all the truth. So with this way he is going, will he achieve that?
All right, I will come back to you, Barrister Emmanuel Obakwalo. Now, is this attack connected to the elimination of Eastern Security Network leader Uzodinma? I mean, they issued a warning to him that since they killed their leader, is going to be a kind of mayhem in the state, especially in the Eastern region.
Wilson. Yeah. Following the sequence of events that is going on in Imo State, I think you will agree with me, it has a political undertone. Because if you look at all the Eastern region, only in Imo State, that's only the state we have the APC. And we know the controversy between the present governor and the predecessor. I think we have to marry this issue together and see where the problem is coming from. So, in all of this, I want to appeal to the governor. Senator Hope Uzodinma should use his wisdom and derive a political solution to this issue that is going on in Imo State. Because without a political solution, this issue will continue to grow. Before it gets out of hand, he overwhelmed the security agents. He must find the political way to find everlasting peace to the good people of Imo State. And so that in the Imolite, we enjoy the dividend of democracy. It is when there is peace, you can build XYZ infrastructure in any of the states. So I want to appeal to him sincerely and to the Imolite. Let this governor build your state for you so that you can enjoy the dividend of democracy. If there is anarchy, there is war, there is trouble, you cannot expect a contractor to start building roads. Just like what we are seeing for quite some days now. I'm not sure if you give any contractor a project within that area of the state, the contractor will mobilize to site. And let me shock you. After the destruction, it is going to be more like money that we use to build a house times 4. Why all this issue? Thank God, Imo State is part of the republic. It's democracy. Whether we like it or not, 4 years from now there will be
election.
There will be an election. If you don't like the way Hope Uzodinma is running the affair of the state, join a political party. If you win, you govern the state the way you want to govern the state. It's just like what happened in Liberia. You saw that young man. He was formerly a footballer. He said he doesn't like the way his state is being governed, the country is being governed. He joined a political party. He won. George Way. He won. He's not the president of that country.
All right. All right.
So what I'm saying in nutshell, Imolite should exercise patience. Whatever the grievances, they should exercise patience. Allow the man to deliver the dividend of democracy to the larger people of Imo State.
Okay. Stan, he talked about political situation to a political solution to this situation in Imo State. Don't forget that also IPOB, the ESA, they've issued a warning to the governor of Imo State that look at what happened. They took out our leaders. It will not be the same in the East. He gave an example of what happened to the former commander of Boko Haram. And you know where we are right now with Boko Haram. Do you see it escalating to that dimension?
I would like to shy away from this question because if I have to respond, in my mind, deep in my heart, even if I pretend to tell you they should make peace, the peace should reign, I am lying. I love what is happening on the ground, that injustice has been in this country. That's one, so I will not discuss about that. It is also true that in this our country today, as a citizen, we are lagging behind. When you talk about the issue in Imo, Imo is just a feed to execute the grievances. Don't be surprised if they fail to manage the oppressor or whatever you say, they say, we are begging, please. You know there will be spillover.
Of course. Spillover to Abia State.
Listen, he knows already that there will be spillover.
Of course.
Now let's tell
us. You just hold on. I won't return to continue with your point you are making. He said he's begging because he knows there may be spillover to Abia State.
Of course.
We'll be right back after this break. Don't go anywhere.
TMI. Every opinion counts.
Thank you so much for being there. It's all about the security situation in the country, special focus on the attack on Hope Uzodinma, whose country home was touched, and of course properties destroyed because unknown gunmen invaded the country home where this man was suing for peace, talking about naming and shaming persons and politicians involved with insurgents, involved with terrorist group. And here we are. Even the killing also of the ESN commander, they've issued a warning saying that it is going to be uncomfortable, unbearable for the governor of Imo State. Is that what really led to the burning of his house? It was alleged that two security personnel were killed. And we have a governor also from neighboring state, Abia State, Ekpeazo, begging, say, please calm down, okay? We'll see if we can really come to terms with what your demands are. Stan, we're making the point before we went on that break. Please continue with the point we're making.
Ekpeazo is only begging, not because he's sincere to beg, but because he's afraid of the spillover effect of the action, because certainly he's going to get to his doorstep. Now, when you beg government to fix the security architecture of the country and they refuses because of the fact that they believe that the precarious situation of the security in the state or in the country affects the average citizens. But as of today, as we saw the house of a governor being attacked. Mona no come attack me, I beg. That is the statement. Are you getting the point? Now, the truth of the matter is very simple. If you look at a country critically, on a daily basis, instead of us to be hearing 50 million naira, 300 million naira, they convert our money in the name of dollars. We are paying $1 million, we are paying $5 million. For many persons cannot go and calculate to know that huge amount of resources is allocated to something. In this same country, lion, tiger, snake, leopard, monkey, and that's swallowing money. As we speak today, the echoing millions of dollars, nobody has laid claim. Nothing. The thing went into thin air. On a daily basis, citizens are being oppressed. We need 3 things from government. My forefather requested it, they didn't give him. The one next to my forefather requested, they didn't give him. My father requested, they didn't give me. I'm requesting that they have not given it to me. My son will still request road, light, and water. To date, we are still requesting. Now, this same road, light, and water that you're talking about, these people have an alternative means. Waters are available in their houses. The light is 24 hours based on the fact that your resources and mine is being used to power the house. Now, what about the road network? No national carrier in terms of airline, but they fly on air. Private jets are now like motorcycles on air. Whereas the sons and daughters of Osadiayo Sakwelokode moves on the streets, hoping to get accidents someday, God forbid. So the truth of the matter is simple. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. If there are insecurity in this country, let us all bear it. If there are peace, let us all bear it. You cannot be sitting back of your jeep while they are kidnapping a male businessman in the street. Let me tell you, if there are problems in a country like Nigeria now, there are a specific problem, they will never address it until the son and daughter of the well-to-do in the society is affected. The government will make law. Now look at what happened. In the past, people said the people from the southeast started beating their politicians abroad. The National Assembly immediately came out to say, we have to look for a law to stop, because they knew that one day, since they have started, people will learn, our own from our region will beat us. Immediately mechanisms was put in place. Where are those mechanisms today to better the lives of the poor? It is not there. So the truth of the matter is very simple. I, for one, if you ask me, from my heart and mind, I am enjoying all what is happening in the country today, because you cannot continue to subjugate, you cannot continue to intimidate, you cannot continue to suppress, and you expect us to remember it. I would have criticized those whole activities if this set of people targeted innocent citizens.
All right.
But not for government. Let them get the wrong.
Okay, now from what he said it's been a cry that has been there for quite a long time. Talked about insensitivity of some governors. He brought the country.
The country, both president and the governors.
All right, fine. He said that the governors, the president, and all that. That is why people are reacting in this format. Here we are in the East. It's like it started in IMO State, or it's starting from IMO State. When you come juxtapose it to what is happening in the North, it started in Borno State for the Boko Haram insurgent. How do you think this can be nipped in the bud in IMO State, taking out their commander, so to speak, right now of the ESN? Is that a solution?
When I started, I made reference to how Mohammed Yusuf was killed,
yes.
And now they killed another person. And I saw on Facebook yesterday and some other documentary, some person celebrating that yes, we have overcome. Look, the truth is this: the era where political office holders use the apparatus of government to suppress, to intimidate the people is over.
It's over.
And I want them to get that now into their head, that is over. Wilson, there are 3 things in life you cannot change. 1, the moon. 2, the sun. And 3, the truth. No matter how powerful you are, you cannot change these 3 elements. And that is what is happening today in Nigeria. The truth has been suppressed for long, and now the truth is coming out. So the political office holders should sit tight. It's no longer the business of I will use my office to do this. It won't work like that. It won't work like that. That is why I advocated that the governor of Imo State should sit down, and all the governors in Nigeria, they should sit down. We saw how in the northwest to be precise, the governors were now dialoguing, were now paying ransom to bandits. Did it work? It didn't work, because when you suppress and carry out injustice on the people, a day is coming where the people will react, and that is the reaction you are seeing now. So our political office holder, and in particular the governor of Imo State, should sit down and call the people to a round table. My fellow people, I love you people. My people, this is not what I meant. And if that is what I manifested, I am sorry. Let us see what we can do. If not, just like my co-panelist said, it will split to other states. And I am using this opportunity to tell the South governors to sit tight, because it's coming. The wind that blew in the in North Africa some years ago started in Tunisia, where that young man, we were told the young man took a fuel and poured himself and lit himself. And people say, oh, before you know, that wind split to Algeria, split again to Libya. That is the same thing that is happening in Nigeria today. People said, oh, Mohammed Yusuf, we have killed him. Look, the security apparatus of Nigeria, there is a fatigue now because they be overused, overstressed, and with little benefits. Nothing. The security agencies are left like that. The political office holders are just using them the way they are. And now even the security agencies are saying, okay, this is what is happening. Some of them are folding their hands and crossing their legs. We cannot do and overdo. This time, let us see what will happen. That's why we are advising the political office holders. They should sit tight and begin to think on what to do for the people. Because if they think that it's as usual, 3-point agenda, me, myself, and I, me, my wife, and children, it is no longer like that again. They should sit tight and think what the Constitution provides for. To say, this is what it is encapsulated here. Do it! They should do it. If not, the trouble will continue.
Wow. In the north, we have issues.
Yes.
And of course, in other regions also we have issues. But this time around is taking another dimension in the east. People are like worried about this. What do you really think that these people are really seeking for, and how can this violence be stopped? Because it made a point that our security agents, they have been stressed. It's like fatigue right now. Up in the north, in the south, in the middle belt, everywhere. They are needed everywhere to quell form of trouble or the other. And now there's one brewing in the east. What can be done about this?
We'll see. Thank you very much. I think some of us have been following the sequence of events that is happening around the country. Me, almost, if I will tie it to corruption. When the city governor, we collect the security vote, the state resources we put in his pocket. No road, no water, no electricity. What do you expect the people to do? To sit down and fold their hands? No. It's often said in our local parliament that a hungry man is an angry man. If you have worked tiredly from morning till about 6-7 o'clock, you cannot get to your destination. You get provoked. So the governors throughout the country, they must put on their thinking cap. They must do what the Constitution asks them to do for the people. This is democracy, for crying out loud. What does democracy intake? It's always for the people. Look at the 3 sentences. The people, the people, the people. Now, majority of the governors in the country is only for themselves, for their family, and for their girlfriends. Look at the other day, the palliative. The governors went to hide the palliative. They keep it for their friend and from their ally. If their girlfriend called them, okay, governor, I need Indomie. You say, go there and take from the warehouse. What they are supposed to give to the people.
Anyway,
no,
this that you're painting, not all governors did that.
I said some of the governors.
Okay, because some of them really did their job.
Yes, I know. That's the reason I said some of the governors.
All right.
If the governors in Nigeria, including the president, do what the Constitution asks them to do, we will not sit down here and be discussing about insecurity in our land. And secondly, we see the budget for the Nigeria police, the budget for the security agency, the budget for the Air Force. Who is questioning them? I have a friend, a colleague, that is in the front for fighting Boko Haram. When he came, he told me they don't have a bulletproof vest. Today technology, we are talking about body hammer. The budget for 2020 and the budget for 2021 for the police and the military, who question it? Do they buy what they ask them to, they put in the budget they're going to buy? I think it's the responsibility of the senator and the House of Rep member, and including you people that are journalists, to call the organs on the top. Sir, this is what you put on the budget in 2020. Can you show us? You say you are going to buy 100 body hammer. Where is the body hammer? You are going to buy the latest sophisticated AK-47 to fight crime. Where is it? If you are former IG, you are former army boss, after your tenure, they start building hospital, building hotel, building gigantic building, scattered all over the country. Where did they get the money from? It's time for us as a public to start asking questions. The budget for all this, the budget for all this, do the police nor the security agents, do they really buy it?
Okay, all right. You anchored it on corruption. Stan, you're
Of course.
You're going to have the last take on this because our time is up.
Yes.
What do you think is the way forward?
The way forward is very clear. To me, if we recommend that these governments should apologize, apology is not enough. In fact, they should not apologize to anybody. They should go and do the needful. Anybody who continues to apologize is not ready to repent. Don't come here and say, oh, sorry, and you are doing what you are still enforcing your own goal and objective. Let them go and do what is right. It's very simple. Now, these whole activities of insecurity came as a result of mismanagement of our funds.
Of course.
As we speak today, there are no poor politicians.
No.
Except if that politician have never tested office. And the citizens are not helping matters. The citizen wants you to eat their money as a politician. If you serve as a governor, you serve as House of Rep member, and you ended up not getting anything, they will say, Ewe is a fool. This is a man that was a governor for 8 years, he don't get anything. This is a House of Rep member that was this, he has nothing. So they expect to say, up chair, they will be hailing you after stealing their funds. That is the precarious situation that we find ourselves. So to me, I believe that the only panacea for us to address this country is to call on the government to do the needful. Don't come and be apologizing.
Thank
you.
you.
Don't need apology.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Our time is up. Thank you, Barrister Emmanuel Bakpalo. Thank you so much, Omo Sifo. And of course, thank you so much, Stan, for your wonderful opinion. The opinion's quite theirs. It has nothing to do with ITV, but did our best possible to make sure they follow the rules and regulations governing the airwaves. Do the needful. Do the needful. Do the needful. And Nigeria, Edo State will be better. Bye for now.